Hello, everyone. For the last 8 months, I have been watching a show called Crain Company. It is live streamed on the Daily Wire and YouTube and can be downloaded from podcast apps like Apple and Spotify. Starting this week, it will be live streaming on Twitter. The show runs Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern. This show fills you in on everything you need to know about sports, but it leaves out all the woke nonsense that you get in other sports shows, especially the shows from that four-letter sports network. The hosts are Jake Crain, Blaine Crain, and David Cohn. They really know their stuff when it comes to just about any sport you can think of. During the show, watchers can participate with live stream chat. They also take live call-ins on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I have been a regular caller to the show for about 6 weeks. About a week into my regular calls, I came up with a trivia game called Name That Player. I give the host clues about a former Major League Baseball player, and the hosts have to guess who I'm talking about. Cody from Illinois, better known as the house that Cody built in the YouTube chat, gave me the idea as he is another regular caller with a trivia game of his own that he calls What Year Is It? I'm going to give you a look at the calls I have made into the show and address some reactions and controversies that have happened along the way. Those of you who know me well are aware of my passion for sports trading cards. This came about due to taking a leave of absence from my job during the COVID lockdowns, as I refused to comply with the mask mandate. I needed something to do, so I started going through my dad's old baseball cards. My dad collected Topps baseball cards from 1977 through 1993. In 1977, Dad tried to collect Topps football cards, and this is the only year he did it. There were a couple of rookie cards in that 1977 Topps football set that I was excited to find. One was my favorite college football player, Archie Griffin. The other was the first card for Richard Todd, who also happens to be David Cohn's father-in-law. The first call went something like this.
All right, Steve from Ohio. What's going on, Steve?
Hey.
What's up, Steve?
My call sign is Soldier of Fortune.
Okay. There we go. I like that.
Okay, and I think I'm hitting the Crain Company Grand Slam today.
Really? What is that? Is it because Blaine's not here?
No. I'm in the YouTube chat as Steve's Action Figure Frenzy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on Daily Wire Plus.
Okay.
I'm on the $100 donation board.
Yep.
Wow.
And I'm calling in. That's the Crain Company.
That's it. You did it. Congratulations.
Yes.
Steve's hit for the cycle. Everybody should hit for the cycle. If
You just
everybody
hit
hit
for
for
the
the
cycle,
cycle,
buddy.
we'd take over ESPN in a day.
Yeah.
If everybody hit for the cycle, like Steve, be more like Steve.
Way to set an
We need
example,
a sign in here
man.
that says "Be more like Steve."
Be more like Steve.
That's exactly right. We appreciate it, brother.
All right. Well, here's my question. Cone. I have been going through my dad's old football cards from the 70s, and I found a Richard Todd rookie card.
That's amazing.
And I've got more than one, so I was wanting to know if you wanted one.
That would be awesome. I would very much like one of
Can we
those.
put
We'll
it
put it
here?
up in the studio for sure. Yeah, and send whatever you have. We'll get Richard to sign it, and I'll send it back to you. Actually, Richard's headed up to New York later this week to do a signing with
You
the
hanging out
Jets.
with Namath?
I don't know if Joe's going to be there. Actually, I need to ask him that.
Yeah.
He'll be in town this week.
We got to
So-
get Joe Namath.
or Richard will be. Yeah,
Yeah.
We do need to get Namath on. Are you a Jets fan, Steve?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, fair enough.
And also, a rookie card that was in that same set with Richard Todd was Archie Griffin.
Heard of him. Pretty good.
Yeah, he was good at football.
Wish he went to Michigan.
Yeah.
And you all know that I believe he's the greatest college football player of all time.
Look,
Look, man,
I
won the Heisman
get the
Trophy
argument.
twice.
I'm never going to sit here and argue with
Yeah.
somebody who won the Heisman twice, like about being one of the best. Because if you won it twice, there is a logical argument for you to do it. Now, eras are different. This is why I don't like comparing eras of, Derrick Henry versus Archie Griffin. It's a different game. Derrick Henry had different opportunities for training to be able to get bigger than I'm sure Archie Griffin had. Because, medicine is chiropractors and physical therapy and all this stuff has gotten so much better. Weight training, strength and conditioning coaches. You're not just lifting bricks and doing push-ups anymore. They got guys with oxygen masks and wrapped in rubber bands running on a treadmill. So, Steve, I think it's a great argument, my friend. Send that in and
yeah, send them in, and I'll get Richard to sign some of them. And go on YouTube and listen to our interview with Richard Todd when he talks about Lou Holtz calling him and telling him the Jets were going to take
and then he
him.
went back to
and then he fell asleep. Didn't found out he got drafted in the first round till the next day. They do it a little different these days.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Thanks so much, Steve. You're a loyal fan, and we appreciate you.
I eventually did send the cards to the show. It took me a while to figure out the address, as that is not public information due to security. You probably noticed that Blaine was not on the show that day. He was away on a vacation cruise. He came back the next day, and my call was mentioned on the show. Watch.
So let's get back to the Booster Club here.
Also, glad to have you back reading the chat, man.
It's
Tough to. It's hard. It's hard
It's
to
a little
stay
difficult
with
to stay in the
everything they're
conversation,
talking
yeah.
about. I looked down 1 second to get a question,
What
and
else
it's
going
banana
on?
pudding.
Yeah,
For 30 comments.
Yeah, the thing about it, if you start if you start anything in the chat, especially when it's food related, good luck.
Yeah, it's gone
Good
to the
luck.
club.
It's gone to that point.
And then double chat, YouTube, Daily Wire.
dude.
Look, hats off to you.
And
bro.
somebody yesterday during Collins had the what is it, the Grand Slam that we call it. He was watching on YouTube
Yep.
and the Daily Wire.
And he donated $100.
Donated $100, so he's on the
He
board.
was on the board. And he called in.
And he called in. It's called the
And he
Grand
has a
Slam.
Richard Todd rookie card. He's going to send.
Steve, Steve.
Actually,
Which,
you're
by the
right.
way, can we put in the chat, PJ, where he can send that Richard Todd card to get
I
signed?
told him to email me because I honestly don't know with
Okay.
security, but yeah,
Gotcha.
I'll get everyone what they
I talked to Richard about it last night.
Perfect.
On board.
Good.
Also, Steve, wasn't this Steve's Action Figure Frenzy?
Yes.
Send in the Richard Todd cards.
God,
Hey,
please.
Next time I see Richard, which I don't know when that'll be, I'm going to get him to sign these. I'll send them back to you. And thank you for this one.
Definitely.
Also, and Steve, too, have your Richard Todd signed your cards last night. We're sending those in the mail today,
Yeah,
brother.
and remember.
And there it is right there. As promised, signed by Richard Todd. Something I'll keep in my collection. I pretty much don't have a choice because he personalized it to me. Unless I want to sell it to another guy named Steve. Ben Shapiro is the host of the Ben Shapiro Show and a co-founder of the Daily Wire. On a segment from Daily Wire Backstage, which is a quarterly show where all of the political podcast hosts come together to talk about the political and cultural issues of the day, Ben Shapiro stated that he did 88 push-ups in 1 minute. Here's where I call BS on that statement.
All right, do we have time here for one more? Let's go, Steve, Ohio. What's going on, man?
I need to call out Ben Shapiro.
Oh boy.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
What did he do?
All right. On the last backstage, which I think was the same day that you all did the national championship game for
Yep.
March Madness,
Mm-hmm.
he said that he did 88 push-ups in 1 minute.
Yeah, y'all remember we did push-ups. I'm pretty sure on the live stream that day because
I'm
we
gonna do
heard. Like
80
the thing about me when it comes to
hour.
push-ups is this: like it comes down to form. All right, a legitimate push-up comes down to form. So a lot of people don't know this about Ben. Ben's low key kind of cut. Like he's kind of jacked a little
We're
bit.
not just saying
Like,
that
he's
he's
kinda
our
jacked a
boss.
little
I
bit.
mean,
So,
like,
Steve, you're not buying into the 88 in a minute? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely not. There's no.
We will
So we
get to
gotta
the
see it.
bottom of
Next
this,
time we'll
my
see.
friend.
We'll
We
get
will
Ben in
get
here.
to the bottom of this.
See if he can knock it out.
I did 23 years in the Army, and so that
Thanks for your
says that I
service.
know what a
Yeah.
proper push-up looks like. And if he was doing a proper push-up, there's no way he hit 88 in 1 minute.
We'll ask him.
I tend to agree. To be honest.
I want
Coming
that's
from
one
an
of those
Army
things I
guy,
want to
like-
see.
Proper push-ups with the old left shoulder.
Look, I get it.
I go
Look.
as far down as I can, man.
I'm basically real steel over here.
But
then I don't-
nuts and bolts I have in my
Flaming
shoulder.
Dragon has more hooks than Drake
That
in his
is true.
shoulder.
It's his shoulder.
That's a bar right there.
All right, Steve, we're going to find out. We'll get to the bottom of that.
Okay.
Thanks for your
Thanks,
service,
Steve.
sir.
Appreciate your service, bro.
Appreciate it.
Here is where I started the Name That Player trivia game. I chose to feature former Major League pitcher Tim Belcher for the first game. Belcher and I went to the same high school. Here's how it went.
Hey, Steve from Ohio. Wonder if he has a Buckeye question for us. Steve, what you got?
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's not a Buckeye question.
Good.
This is basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 8 clues,
Oh,
and then see if you can pick the player that I'm talking about.
I like this.
All right.
Let's do this.
And the category is Game 1 starting pitchers in the World Series.
Here we go. Good. Bring it.
All right. Clue number 1. This player was the overall number 1 pick in the 1983 MLB draft by the Minnesota Twins,
Okay.
although he did not sign with them.
Okay.
He was selected by the New York Yankees in the 1984 supplemental draft and then transferred to the Oakland A's in the compensation pool.
I know who it is.
After 3?
Do you have a guess?
Keep going, but I think I know who it is. Let me tell Blandon. Let me tell Blandon his ear. Let me tell Blandon his ear. Wait, can they can hear me? I'm gonna write it down. All right, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Steve.
Okay, second clue. He was the player to be named later in the deal that sent Rick Honeycutt from the Dodgers to the A's in September of 1987.
Okay. I remember Rick Honeycutt, actually. I know what that guy looks like. Keep it going.
Okay, next clue. He has pitched for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Cincinnati Reds, Chicago White Sox, Detroit Tigers, Seattle Mariners, Kansas City Royals, and the Anaheim Angels.
Wow. So basically everybody. Okay.
Basically. All right. Next clue, he was the opposing pitcher when Tom Browning threw a perfect game for the Cincinnati Reds against the Dodgers on September 16th, 1988.
Okay.
Next clue, he gave up Derek Jeter's first major league hit on May 30th, 1995.
Okay.
All right, next. He raged in the locker room and assaulted a cameraman while pitching for the Mariners after giving up a game-winning home run to Jim Laird to the Yankees in the 1995 ALDS.
While pitching for the Mariners, you said.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, next clue. On June 5th, 1999, he was involved in a bench clearing brawl against his former team, the Dodgers, when Chan-Ho Park accused him of using a racial slur during an on-field argument.
Okay. God, who is this?
And the final clue is he was the starting pitcher for the LA Dodgers in Game 1 of the 1988 World Series, and this was the Kirk Gibson game.
Wow.
Who else was on the Mariners staff with Randy Johnson?
I'm trying to think, man. For a second, I thought it was Oral Hershiser, but it's not Oral.
Oral Hershiser is not correct.
Yeah.
Pitched for the Reds, the
he
White
pitched for
Sox,
everybody.
the Dodgers.
I'm trying to think of the locker room. In the locker room, getting upset at the reporter, and then the Chan-Ho Park situation.
Bench clearing brawl. With
Bench
the
clearing
Dodgers.
brawl.
Who you got over there?
Who are you thinking?
Dennis.
Dennis Eckersley?
Is it Dennis Eckersley?
Well, Dennis Eckersley was a closer, I believe, right?
Is it Dennis Eckersley?
Dennis Eckersley.
Dennis Eckersley never pitched for the Dodgers.
Ah! All right. So here we go. 2 more guesses. That's it. Tony, who you got? I haven't said mine yet. I think. Any idea? Any idea? And you said he pitched in Game 1 of the World Series.
Who did Derek Jeter
right?
get his first hit off of? Why not? Bob Wells.
Bob Welch is incorrect.
Man, I'm drawing a blank here. Not Oral. You pitch for all those teams. You got to fight in the locker room. Who's it going to be, man? It's somebody that was got to be kind of a hard ass.
See what the chat's talking about.
Man.
Chat, we got any answers?
Let's see the chat. Anybody?
Okay, they said
baseball.
Dennis Eckersley. No, it's not Oral Hershiser.
That's who I said. I don't know. This one's stumped me.
Oral Hershiser pitched Game 2 of that World Series.
Okay, I knew I was close.
Because
It's not Fernando Valenzuela, right?
No.
Yeah. No, I don't know it.
So who is it?
It is Tim Belcher.
Tim Belcher.
Oh my God.
You know what?
Tim
If you give
Belcher.
me another 20 minutes, I think I would have got
That's
it.
Tim
gonna piss
Belcher.
me off for the rest of the day.
So Tim Belcher pitched for the White Sox too?
Yeah. White Sox, Angels,
That's
A's.
That is first.
Man, that's a good one. That's a good call.
That was solid.
That was
right
a solid
there,
question.
man.
That was hard enough to where it's
Yeah, I wouldn't
hard,
have gotten
but
that
not too hard to where it's impossible to get. That was a great job right there. Cody would have been proud. Cody from Illinois would be proud.
Yeah. Appreciate
I
it,
actually
Steve.
went to the same high school as he did.
Really? Really?
Well, Steve, if you would have started with that clue, we would have got it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Steve, you'd have told us that, we'd have knocked it off.
Come on,
the bat.
man.
But we appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you.
man.
Here's where my game went off the rails a little. This call was on a Friday. Every Friday is called Flaming Dragon Friday, where Jake and Cone are not allowed to use Blaine's name. Blaine's nickname is Flaming Dragon, and that is how he is to be addressed on Fridays. The show will set the betting line on how many times Jake and Cone will slip up and use Blaine's actual name. They hit the over during my call. Let's take a look.
All right, let's go to Steve, also Pickle Feet here from Ohio.
I hate that word.
All right, who's ready to play Name That Player?
Let's do it.
All right, I'm going to give you 8 clues and see if you can name this player. It's a little easier than last week, so if you get this one wrong, then each of you have to give producer Justine a compliment before the end of the show.
There we go.
All right, I'm going to head out.
Go ahead, Steve.
All right, the category is MLB Hall of Fame sluggers.
Okay.
All right, clue number 1. This player was born on October 3rd, 1951, which
Okay.
is the same day that Bobby Thompson hit the shot heard around the world.
Okay.
Number 2, he was selected as the number 4 overall pick in the 1973 MLB draft by the San Diego Padres.
Okay.
And he served no minor league time before making his major league debut.
Okay.
Next clue. He has played for the San Diego Padres, New York Yankees, California Angels,
I know who it is.
Toronto Blue Jays, Minnesota Twins, and the Cleveland Indians.
I think I know who this is.
You said that last time with Roger
Keep going.
Clemens.
Keep going.
You said that last time, you blew it.
Continue. Go ahead, Steve.
All right, next clue. He signed with the New York Yankees in December of 1980 and became the highest paid player in baseball.
It's Reggie Jackson.
No.
Incorrect.
Keep going.
I know who it is.
Yeah. Keep
All
going.
right, next clue. On August 4th, 1983, he killed a seagull by throwing a ball while warming up at Toronto's Exhibition Stadium.
Pull it, Randy Johnson.
After the game, he was brought to a nearby Toronto police station and charged with cruelty to animals.
Wow.
He was released after posting a $500 bond.
No.
Seagull got what he deserved.
Next clue. He was the oldest player in MLB when he signed with the Cleveland Indians as a free agent for the 1995 season.
Who is it, Blaine?
It's Dave Winfield.
No, it's on me. It's on me for saying it twice. It's on me.
Am I right?
Who did you say?
Dave Winfield.
All right, I'll let you know if you're correct when I get done with all the clues.
Oh, I like the way that sounds.
Go ahead.
All right, next clue. He is a
There's too
12-time
much going on
MLB
there.
All-Star, 7-time Gold Glove Award winner, and a 6-time Silver Slugger Award winner.
Mm-hmm.
And last clue, he was voted to the Baseball Hall of Fame on his first ballot in 2001 after receiving 84.5% of the vote.
Is it?
Who is it?
Dave Winfield.
Dave Winfield.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
job, Great job, Coach.
Way to go,
Great
Blaine.
job, Coach.
Come on.
Way to go, Blaine.
Yeah.
Come on. There you say it all you want now. What a way to hit the over.
Y'all have to do it
hit
now.
the over
That's
and
all I
hit the
want
question
now. I don't know
in
why
the
you're
same
saying
book. I
that.
made an admission this week after what happened last week.
It's on me. I said it twice.
That the
It's on
over
me.
is going to hit today. But I tell you what, you've gotten better, fellas.
No, it's going to be real bad when we just don't talk to you anymore.
Yeah, it
On
sounds-
Fridays. It's just going to be real bad.
It
You know?
will be
It's just
bad.
gonna be bad.
I'd rather you not talk to me than lie to my face.
Steve,
Thank you,
thanks,
Steve.
buddy. It's always good.
Your trivia
Hey,
was
good
great,
job on
but
that.
overshadowed
Thank you. I really
by
thought
our
it was
failure
Randy Jackson.
in life.
Here's where the controversy comes in. I had the guys stumped on this game until Blaine got a little help. I called him out on it during the call and in the chat at the end of the show. The next day, the poll during the show became the judge and jury. Check it out.
All right, we have another Pongo situation, boys. Steve in Ohio.
Stevie.
Steve, what's going on?
All right, who's ready to play Name That Player?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
All right, I'm changing it up a little bit so it flows better. I'm going to rapid fire the first 5 clues before you guys guess.
Let's do
Awesome.
it.
Let's
Okay,
go.
chat.
All right. Category is MLB Cuban Hall of Famers.
Mark.
The first clue. This player was signed to a pro contract at the age of 17 by the Cincinnati Reds. His signing bonus was the $2.50 he needed to get a visa.
Nice.
Number 2. He has played for the Cincinnati Reds, Montreal Expos, Boston Red Sox, and Philadelphia Phillies. Number 3. He was quoted as saying to Reds teammate Joe Morgan, "You and Rose are hitting 400, but you don't make us win. When the big dog hits, we win."
Ooh.
Okay.
Number 4. Ironically, he was reunited with Morgan and Rose as a member of the Phillies during the 1983 season. And number 5, after the 1976 season, he was traded to the Montreal Expos. This trade was the first move that broke up the Big Red Machine. Now, do you have a guess?
This is tough. This is tough.
What are you thinking?
I was thinking Bobby Abreu.
Senior?
Yeah. Or
Well, I mean, is he Cuban?
Don't know.
I know Pedro's Dominican. That's too old. The minute he said Expos and then Red Sox, I
We're
got
talking
a
in the
tingle.
70s.
like
I'd go Bobby Abreu.
Leo Cardone. What's Leo Cardonis? Cardenas?
He is Cuban.
Leo
is Cuban.
Cardone, right?
All right.
I like Bobby Abreu.
I'm going to go to number 6.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going to go to number 6. On May 13th, 1985, he became the oldest player to hit a Grand Slam. The previous record was held by Honus Wagner and had stood for 70 years.
Thomas Wagner. Wow. I'm going Bobby Abreu.
I'm going Leo Cardenas.
I know he was Cuban. I don't know about Bobby Abreu. Maybe he's Cuban.
You guys haven't gotten it right yet.
Throw it in my face.
All right. Number
keep going.
7. His number 24 was retired in 1998 when he was inducted into the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame.
This is going to piss me off.
Tony Perez.
Yes. Yes.
You used the chat. I know you did.
Did you use the chat?
Yes,
no, he's
I did.
right, though. That's right, though, correct?
Yeah,
Tony
Tony
Perez.
Perez is
Tony
correct.
Perez.
Tony Perez is
Tony
correct.
Perez.
Isn't Eddie Perez his son, right? The catcher?
Tony Perez is the oldest
no,
player
we
to hit a
can't-
Grand
yeah.
Slam.
Tony Perez.
Yes,
is the
that's
oldest
right.
player to
Because
hit a
Eddie
Grand Slam.
Perez played for the Braves for a little
Yeah.
bit, right? Yeah.
That was Maddox's catcher, right?
I think that is right.
Because, I think Javi Lopez caught for the rest of it.
Steve, that's a good one. That's a
right?
good one. That's a good
That's
one.
right. Yeah, that's right.
I think that's right.
I like
So
the
long
Bobby
ago,
Abreu guess.
man.
I thought that was. I thought that was
Is Bobby Abreu Cuban?
I got to
You know,
find
Steve?
that out. I want to find that out.
definitely. Hey, Steve, thanks so much, man.
Great
that was a good
call,
one.
Steve. Flowed extremely well.
I like the
man.
flow of that one.
All right, let's go to Steve Action
Already
Figures
there.
Frenzy. I know Blaine got the answer from chat, so I will consider them stumped today. Duty calls. Time goes to work. Everybody have a good day.
You
Can I not
too,
look at-
Steve.
can I
You
not
too,
look at
Steve.
chat
I
for
agree
the
with you,
answer?
Blaine. You say no
It's
technology.
just not a us thing, a we thing. Us in the Booster Club thing.
But see, you have technology. That's the point. Is just to use your brain.
I'm not looking anything up.
If everybody in the chat was in this room and we're all hanging out, and you didn't Google.
I feel like we're all hanging out, to be honest. Maybe
Somebody
that's
could just
me.
Google and put it
Man,
in
I'm
the
just
chat.
the man of the people.
I feel like
The chat can help him out.
Thank you. I feel like just, like it's, without them, there's no us.
Well, I'm gonna go.
Right?
And
You
tell
haven't
you.
used the chat for any of the ones we got with Cody, have you?
I don't think so.
No. Well, to quote somebody that's pretty big deal here, facts don't care about your feelings. I don't care how you feel. The fact is that it's cheating. That's what it is to me.
Well, the fact is that it's not cheating. That's what it is to me.
Well, you can't.
Hold on, Ben. What'd you say? Yeah, I know Jake's wrong. It's crazy.
That was Ben?
Yeah.
Wow, that's such a quick phone call.
All right, let's go to poll.
Poll already?
Is Blaine using, we got 4 minutes. Is Blaine using the chat for trivia cheating?
Yes,
For sure.
95%.
95?
94. I
How is
believe
that
in you.
cheating?
I believe in you.
I'm not looking anything
Oh,
up.
is it cheating?
Then
I thought
I'm
they were
using the
asking,
chat for
are
trivia.
you
Wait,
looking
wait,
at the
oh.
chat? You
Is
asked
it
that
cheat-
question wrong.
Okay, is it cheating, right, to use the chat for
Okay.
trivia?
I would
Oh,
say, yeah,
is
that's a
it
totally different
cheating?
question. I would say yes, 66%.
Yes. 64%.
Yes, 77%.
God, I think I'm like 4 now in my last four.
23%. That's fine, chat.
It is,
That's
man.
fine.
You gotta
no. That's fine. That's fine. I just want to do it. Y'all just won't have any say at all at it at all. That's fine. I'll close it all down. I'll turn off the screen. I just won't ask y'all any questions.
With the rules firmly established, I came back for another Name That Player. Let's see how the guys did on this one.
All right, last call here. Steve from Ohio. What's going on, Steve?
Here we go.
Stevie, hit us with it.
All right, who's ready to play Name That Player?
Let's do
Let's
it.
do it, man.
All right, I'm going to rapid fire the first 5 clues before you guess. If you can't get it after the first 5 clues, then I'll do the next 3 one by one.
Okay.
Getting your answer from the chat is considered being stumped.
Okay. You hear that?
Whatever,
You
Steve.
hear that?
Okay. Category is MLB All-Star third baseman.
Okay.
Okay. Clue number 1. This player was selected by the Cincinnati Reds in the second round of the 1983 draft.
Okay.
He was the 30th overall selection. Number 2, he has played for the Cincinnati Reds, Baltimore Orioles, Chicago White Sox, and St. Louis Cardinals. Number 3, he was the 1988 National League Rookie of the Year. Number 4, Whitey Herzog was eviscerated by the crowd during the 1988 All-Star Game when this player was only used as a late inning pinch hitter while the game was being played in Cincinnati.
Okay.
And number 5, in the 1990 World Series, he hit 2 home runs in Game 3, helping the Reds beat the Oakland A's by a score of 8-3.
Okay.
Do we have a guess?
All right.
SABO.
Is that right? That's what I
think
was
so.
thinking.
But the Orioles thing throws me off because when did Ripken get to play third for the? How long
I
was
think
Ripken playing?
I'm pretty sure it's Sabo.
Chris was Chris Sabo not that?
I'm pretty sure it's Sabo, bro.
For some reason, my mind wanted to say Brooks Robinson, but that's not right.
I'm pretty sure it's Sabo, bro.
The 80, what do you say? 88.
Mhm.
Yeah. You said 88 Rookie of the Year? It's
Or-
drafted
no.
in 83?
MVP, right?
Was it
what
Rookie of the
NL,
Year or MVP?
NL,
88
NL.
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
It's Sabo, bro.
It's got to be Sabo.
Sabo?
It's got
Let's
It's
go
got
with
to be
that.
Sabo.
Chris Sabo.
Okay, yes, it is Chris Sabo.
There we go.
Let's go.
All right, let's get back on
Shun
the
the
streak here.
non-believers.
Let's get back on an MLB streak.
That's exactly right.
Love it.
Okay, but let me give you my number 6 clue because it's going to help you with one of the things you had a problem with.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Number 6 would have been he signed with the Baltimore Orioles for the 1994 season and had to learn to play the outfield since there was an Iron Man Hall of Famer.
That's right.
There
That's
you
what
go.
was about
There
to get
you
me. I was like,
go.
who would
I
have been
tell-
playing third?
That's
for-
Steve. I tell you what, man, that was a great one.
Great one,
that was a
Stevie.
good one. That was that's like the edge of the era where I could like
I know.
feel
right
decent
at the
about it.
edge.
But Steve, it's always great, man. Appreciate the calls.
Jake was not on the show for this call. He had just gotten married and was away on his honeymoon. It was up to Blaine and Cone to come up with the answer. Could they do it?
All right, let's take one more call today, and this is from our boy Steve in Ohio. Steve, what's going
Here
on?
we go.
How's it going, guys?
How are you?
Another Name That Player for you.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Stevie.
All right, now you guys don't have Jake there to say he knows it after the first clue and then has no clue what it is.
Yeah. His whole life, so he does that.
Oh, that's
and
funny.
also, I'm not going to give you the position or the teams this guy played for because those clues are dead giveaways.
Dead giveaway.
I like that.
All right, Steve.
but here we go.
Come on, let's hear it, man.
This is an MLB Hall of Famer. Clue number 1, this player was an 11-time All-Star and a 2-time All-Star Game MVP. Number 2, he is the only player in MLB history to hit 2 home runs in an All-Star Game and in a World Series game. Number 3, he hit his first Major League home run off of Steve Carlson on September 28, 1974.
Oh, God.
And number 4, he began a 10th inning 2-out rally with a single in Game 6 of the 1986 World Series. He was quoted by his first base coach as saying, "I wasn't going to be the last bleeping out." And number 5, he was the first player to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame whose plaque depicts a player with a major league team from Canada.
With what now? He was the first player to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. With what?
With his plaque depicting him as a player from a major league team from Canada.
Okay.
All right. Do we have a guess?
Hold on,
So,
Steve.
We're talking, late 70s through the 80s, World Series 86, multi-home runs in the World Series.
I'm trying to think of
multi-home
two-time
runs.
multi-home runs in an all-star game.
What teams are we talking about here? Are we talking about Blue Jays?
I don't know.
Expos maybe back in the day?
This is tough. This one's tough.
I don't know.
You want me to go to number 6?
Yeah.
Keep them going.
Okay, number 6, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame during his 6th year on the ballot with 78% of the vote.
Yeah, I mean that.
Goodness
That's
gracious.
70s
2003.
baseball players isn't my wheelhouse.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I wouldn't even thought of. It's not.
I did play a lot of RBI baseball though.
I feel like I'm trying to relate
Jose
the
Canseco,
Canada,
Albert
the
Bell,
Canada
like-
thing. Like that's what I'm trying to correlate here is the Canada thing, like the connection. How
I can give you number 7.
many you got, Steve? Yeah, go ahead and throw one more out there. Then we're just going to throw a
8.
guess out there. Okay, you got. We might as well go with both of them then.
His nickname was the Kid for his youthful attitude towards playing baseball.
Kid.
And number 8, he was credited with the first recorded use of the term F-bomb due to him rarely using profanity.
What?
Gary Carter?
Huh?
No, I don't think it's Gary. I don't know.
I don't know.
What is it, Steve?
You got us, Steve.
You say Gary Carter, I'm gonna freak out.
Well, Blaine, you should
Was it
get
Gary
that
Carter?
answer.
The Kid?
It is
Wasn't
Gary,
Carter the
it
Kid?
is Gary Carter.
Gary the Kid Carter?
The F-bomb
Gary
thing.
Carter.
Okay, I remember that. That's crazy. I saw that. I looked that up. It was on a TikTok I saw like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
That counts wrong though. I didn't guess.
Man. Okay,
Steve,
that's a good
great job, dude.
All right. Thanks, Steve.
Steve, you're $1 million bucks, man.
Appreciate it, man.
That's a good one.
Yep.
All right. Thank y'all for calling
was
in
a
today.
good
We appreciate it. I need to get up on it on the 80s baseball trivia.
Dude, if you want to like, the only reason I knew that is because I should have known it because the 2 home runs in the All-Star game.
That's how you.
That's what I should have known.
Yeah, the Kid. I was starting to think that on the.
Well, I played
Kid,
it. I
but
mean, your boy
anyway,
plays MLB all the time.
maybe I drink a little bit more Black Rifle coffee and wake up when it comes to
40
Steve's
pounds.
trivia, huh?
So there you have it. Those are all my calls to Crain Company so far. If you want to join the show, there is a link in the description so you can subscribe to the channel. Let's get the guys up to over 100,000 subscribers. You may just hear my next call. Take care, all. Have a good day.